Hello. The summer solstice is today, and stuff keeps happening. So what's up? You have probably already heard about the makeshift submarine lost at sea while it was en route to the Titanic's wreckage. You may have also heard that there is at least one confirmed billionaire aboard the sub, as seats cost $250,000 a person. You may have heard that we have no idea where it is, and they are running low on reserve oxygen on board. You may have even heard that this submarine is reportedly controlled by a Logitech generic game controller. Here is my analysis of the situation. For real though, this is a situation in which a bunch of rich people were like, oh my gosh, I've got so much money. I'm going to buy a ticket on a makeshift submarine to go explore the wreckage of the Titanic. Oops, I'm dying. This isn't the result of having to make a difficult decision. This isn't the result of a painful and hard existence. This isn't a migrant ship that capsized while people were seeking a better life. This was a joyride. It is the functional equivalent of if Jeff Bezos' rocket blew up while he was launching himself into space. Like, what is going on? I get that the surface is kind of fucked from all of the problems that you have caused, rich people, but maybe stop launching yourself into space or going into the depths and fix it instead. Or you know what? If you want your hubris to just lead you to your own demise, that's fine too. You do you. In the meantime, we're gonna try to afford groceries. I can't even, the billionaires are the ones that are pushing back on regulation that would have explicitly prevented stuff like this. Congrats, you did it. Anyway, AI tech companies are still just tech companies. And what do tech companies love to do? Legal bullshit. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who makes ChatGPT, has been making a big stink everywhere around the world about how AI is this existential threat and we really need to have better regulation for it. Oops, turns out that he's also been lobbying EU regulators to reduce their regulation on AI behind closed doors. It seems like he was successful. He has successfully petitioned to have ChatGPT specifically not labeled as a dangerous AI. This is a reminder that he's doing marketing. Recall how almost all of your transactions these days are done via crypto. Get my point? AI has been doing stuff in our society for over a decade now. The main difference that's happening here is generative AI. We reversed the script, and instead of telling the AI to solve a problem, we're asking the AI to generate output. Said another way, they finally found a better way to wow people and stir up investments from venture capitalist firms. And a really great way to do that is to talk about how your product is so powerful that it's an existential threat to humanity. Except don't regulate mine though. Objection, the climate is on trial. So here's the thing, the Montana State Constitution says that you have a right to a healthy environment. A clean and healthy environment, no less. Did you know that global warming exists? Yeah, it turns out that we're kind of cranking up the thermostat over here by burning a bunch of fossil fuels. And so now a group of young people from Montana are suing the state saying, hey, politicians aren't doing a whole lot to stop the whole climate change thing, / they're accelerating it. We know that we are causing climate change, and politicians are doing everything they can to be like, do we though? Gotta keep that oil money coming in. Anyway, this is actually going to court despite the state's attempts to make that not happen, and defense arguments are starting soon, so the climate is on trial. Speaking of trials, a judge has struck down an anti-trans bill in Arkansas. Yeah, the bill that I talked about a while back that Arkansas tried to pass that basically stopped trans youth from being acknowledged. That's struck down. The judge has ruled that it is bullshit. On this day, in the year 1898, the United States captured Guam. If you do not know this story, it's actually kind of funny if you overlook the imperialism part. So a US ship approached Guam, which at the time had a Spanish garrison on it. The people who were on Guam were like, oh hey, look, it's a ship. What's going on here? They didn't know there was a war going on with the US. So the US ship turns and fires 13 shots at their fort. And the people on Guam are like, oh, they're saying hello. They're saluting the fort. They scrambled to go find ammunition to return the salute, and they sent their fort captain out on a dinghy to go say hi. The captain boarded the ship, and they were like, yo, dog, we're at war with you. And this is ours now. There was no bloodshed. The garrison surrendered because they were not prepared to fight. And that's how we got Guam. Lightning round. Google is telling its own employees to not use code generated by its own AI. Speaking of Google, Google has been cleared to build a company town. Because we are living in a dystopia. And speaking of Google's AI, apparently both Google's Bard AI and ChatGPT are capable of generating working software licenses for stuff like Windows 11. Over on Reddit, the protests are continuing, with some popular subreddits now saying that they are porn subreddits and only uploading porn. Weather. Self-described misogynist influencer Andrew Tate has been hit with rape and human trafficking charges. A religious conservative mayor in the UK has resigned after attending a pride event. He called it a lapse in judgment. And finally for today, due to an accounting error, the US military will be sending an additional $6.2 billion of aid to Ukraine. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Stuff Keeps Happening. Head to stuffkeepshappening.online for sources, bonus content, and a digital hug. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be live tonight on my Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care and be well.